Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Ranting Redhead. I am your host, Aiden. Today, I want to talk about why people talk on their speakerphone, because it's really getting on my nerves. Why is it people feel the need to talk on their speakerphone in public? Do whatever you want in your private life. I don't care. You do whatever you want. You can do whatever. Because it doesn't bother me. But when I'm out and about, I don't want to hear I don't want to hear all the way down yonder. I don't want to hear someone being like, "Yeah, I'm going to go pick up the diapers later. I'm going to go pick up the diapers. Oh, what kind of Tampax did you need?" I don't need to hear that. I don't want it. I don't want to hear any of your private life. Keep it private. I mean, I might be one of the only people that still does this, but whenever I get a phone call, I always say, "Oh, excuse me, I gotta go take this call," and I walk into another room. You know why? So I don't have to concern other people with my business. Because it's my business and no one else's. And it's always the kind of people that clearly have nothing important in their life that feel the need to talk on speakerphone because they want to have that kind of attention. And like I pointed out earlier, it's never for anything important. It's like, yeah, I'm out in the store, buying some Cheez-Its. Got to get those Cheez-Its for dinner. I don't know. Am I the only one who notices this? I mean, to me, you look better if you just take a normal phone call right up to your ear. That's what it's there for. Your ears are for you. I don't need to hear your whole conversation. I don't know. To me, it also makes you look pretty stupid to me. Because, there is a function where it can be quiet and you can just hold it up to your ear. And guess what? You can have the conversation all to yourself. Why do you want other people to join in? I'll tell you what. If you see someone on their speakerphone and you have no idea who they are, just interrupt the conversation. Like if you see a guy clearly on his speakerphone, just kind of interrupt and be like, "Come on, Jim, when are you coming back to bed?" And make his wife really suspicious. Do that for me, please. And I was saying this to a friend the other day. I said, why is it that anybody does this? And they say, well, old people can do it because they don't really know how to work a phone. You know what? I call 100% bullshit. A lot of older people can't hear as well. Why not just put it right up to your ear to where you can hear best? Put it in your good ear and shut the fuck up and leave me alone. I don't know. If it was me, I'd feel embarrassed if I was on my speakerphone just out in a public place talking about anything, because I don't want other people to know my business. That's for me to disclose whenever I want. I mean, I'm telling you my business right now, but hey, you know what? You're the one that clicked on the video, so deal with it. I don't know. Why can't every place just have the same rules as the library? Just be quiet. Just shut the fuck up. I don't know. I mean, I'm speaking as someone who really doesn't go to the library that much, but I like that one feature of the library. They got that one thing right where they say you have to be quiet. That's what every place should be like. Aspire to be like the library, but with less books. Unless you like books. Books are fine. I don't know. Whenever I want to get a book, I buy it. I read a chapter or two. I think it's really good, and I just put it off for a long time. I think for Christmas there were 3 books that I really wanted, and I barely touched them all. What books did I get? I got the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood novel. I got Woke Up This Morning, the Sopranos book, and I got First Blood, the original David Morrell book, the Rambo book. I read about half of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it's good, but I don't know why. I just stopped reading it. I ought to get back into that though. But that's my own problem. But anyway, going back to the speakerphone, if I could make any cell phone, I would make it so speakerphone was not an option. I don't know. It just what's the point of it? Are you really that busy to where you can't hold up one hand to your ear? You have another hand. You have 2 at your disposal. You're supposed to use them. And in fact, a lot of people, they do hold the phone with their speaker. They just like hold it down instead of to their ear. So what's the big difference? Are you really that lazy to where you can't move it a couple inches higher? I don't know. It reeks of stupidity to me. And speaking of reeking of stupidity, I believe in a past episode I mentioned I don't know if I deleted this episode or not, but in case I did, I'll give you a quick summary. There was this customer that everybody at work hated. I finally asserted myself and basically said, "No, I don't like you. Don't come near me." I didn't say those, but my mannerisms were basically of that. And the other day, he posted a review of my work, and he mentioned me twice. And I could not stop laughing. And I want to read this for you right now. I won't mention the store's name, but you know what? I might mention his name. We'll see how I'm feeling, how pissed off I get. And this is a long review, so bear with me. He goes, "Used to shop here very often, just about daily." Oh, and by the way, you know what? I'll correct everything that he said because there's many things that he got wrong, okay? "Used to shop here very, very often, just about daily. Prices were not too bad, but not spectacular considering there's only one other market in this town. Cashiers can be friendly, but most are not. Self-checkout gentleman, always not. Red-haired gentleman takes bottle receipts, rudely grabs them out of your hand, and throws the change at you." He put 2 periods after that. "For the most part, the store was tolerable because of the weekly sales. Deli people, always very friendly. Speaking of deli, I buy cold cuts and salads daily, usually half a pound of cold cuts. And then salads, then grab some mayo packets for a sandwich and plastic utensils for my salad. Was stopped by a mean, burly manager who actually looked into my cart, grabbed a mayo packet, and said, 'These are not for you.' The napkins, he said, were for customers dining in the store. He totally lied. This particular branch of this store is so small, it has no dining section in store. After all the cold cut salads, cold pizzas I purchased here, he had the nerve to tell me I wasn't entitled to the mayo packets or the napkins or the plastic utensils. He's the head store manager, should be working on making the store top-notch instead of harassing a customer who spends about $100 a week here." Then next day reported the matter to another assistant manager. This one tall and freaky looking told me, upon listening to my complaint, that if he sees me utilizing the napkins or mayo packets anymore, he will kick me out of the store. After all the harassment lowercase I endured with the idiotic staff here, I made the decision to stop shopping here altogether. The entire matter was forwarded to the head district manager of this corporation. Very poor staff, unfriendly cashiers, manager, and assistant actually harass you in this store. What respectable manager would stop a customer and look into his cart and actually take out a mayonnaise packet, telling you are not entitled to it after you buy cold cuts and salads daily? Then the assistant manager saying, 'If I see you obtaining these mayonnaise packets again, I will kick you out.' Harassment galore. Then, for the last year, the self-checkout punk grabbing bottle slips and throwing change at you. One of the rude cashiers switching with another staff member every time you visit her register. She's definitely not, capital N-O-T, any better than me. No one in this store is and that's for sure. With all due respect, I doubt any of them have the college education I have. I stopped shopping here, and hopefully after reading this, many others will too." Okay, so there are many problems with this, but oh my god, I could not stop laughing after I read that the first time. Okay, I love that he called me like a red-haired punk. That absolutely made my day. And I want to correct a few things. Number one, he never spent a single penny here. He had food stamps. He never spent a dime, all right? And he calls out how freaky looking everyone is. He's been arrested several times for stalking women. You know, I'm calling his name because, I mean, he left his review and his name is Mikey Fuscino. That's his name, Mikey Fuscino. He looks exactly like How to Catch a Predator video. He, like I said, has a very long criminal record, been in and out of jail. And like I said, doesn't spend a single penny there. What he used to do, he used to go into the garbage and look for bottles, come up to me, and for like 5 cents. And I never threw anything at him, because if I did, I would have been fired. That's obvious. That's obvious. Come on, stop being stupid. But he goes, yeah, with all due respect, I doubt any of them have the college education I have. Yeah, or the criminal record you have. And I love how he goes like, I hopefully after reading this, many will follow in my footsteps and not come here. The only people that are going to be following you is a bunch of police officers anytime you're around children. He's such a fucking idiot. And you know what? He goes like, I will never shop here again. We all threw a party. we all celebrated. I mean, everybody hated him. This was the best news I had heard in a long time. And I just had to say it because it absolutely made my day the other day. And yeah, I want to say one other thing. He said in there how he used to take like one mayonnaise packet and plastic utensils and napkins. He would grab handfuls upon handfuls and throw them in his cart. He did this every time. I didn't say anything. Nobody did until finally one person did. And yeah, he got called out for it and said, no, you can't do it anymore. So he's wrong there. But I love, if you click on his name, you can find his other reviews. And he has reviews for like the dumbest fucking thing ever. Like he has a review for the Budget Inn. Like the stupidest hotel ever. The Budget Inn. And these are places that he was forced to be put up in. He's like, oh, gee, this place is awesome. I mean, you gotta come here. No one in the capital should not be aware of this awesome place. Put it on your budget list. It's an awesome place. He's such an idiot. Oh, honestly, this whole... oh, my God. This made my... When I saw all this, it absolutely made my day. Because he's such an idiot, and for years, everybody has hated him. And there is not a single person that I work with that has ever liked him. Because he, like I said, he is a criminal. He's an idiot. And one day I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not taking it anymore. And that's what kind of led him to not coming into my store anymore. And you know what? I've never been so proud in my whole life. But with that, I'm going to end the episode. But before I end the episode, I almost forgot to tell you guys, I have an idea for an upcoming bit that I want to do. So my favorite, this is all part of the story. One of my favorite actors of all time is Sylvester Stallone. Right? There's a guy who I work with, also a massive Sylvester Stallone fan. And I was like, you know what? I created a little Jeopardy-like game show for him. And every question he gets right, he's going to earn money. I think he agreed to do it. And hopefully in the near future, we can get him on. And yeah, we'll have some Sylvester Stallone trivia. And who doesn't enjoy anything about Sylvester Stallone? So come on. I know you're going to listen. Don't lie to yourself. You're going to listen. Come on. But thank you all so much for listening. I look forward to doing the next episode, and I'll talk to you later.